Hello, can you hear me properly
Or
or you are hearing some noise
yes,
or anything? Okay, fine, fine. So in the last class, we have seen the material master creation, right? We have created a material master. Now, after creating a material master, let's say you need to extend that material master for different, let's say, plants. Okay, so that is called a extending of material master. Okay, so extending of material master means, let's say you have created the material master. Now you need to create it for other plants, or let's say for other user department you want to create. So how you can create? So for that one you can go to MM01, same T code of the creation. Okay, now here you need to enter the material number, which material number we have created. Our material was created, right? Why it is not showing? Okay. No problem. So if you are unable to see the material, you can come to the table label. In the table label also, you can find the material. So tables we will be discussing in a bit. So basically we can go to this. Mara is a material data table. So here we can enter the created by. This is created on. We can put this value as a. This was the material we have created. Okay. Now, if I need to extend this material, or I want to create this material for a different user department or for a different plant, how I can create that? So I'll enter the material number over here. I'll just hit enter. What 7 was there, right? So here if you are taking blank, only enter the material number. It will automatically take the industry sector and the material type. So once you are creating the material, you will not be able to change the industry type and the material industry sector on and the material type. You will not be able to change that one. So there is a different way of changing the material type. Okay, so basically when you enter the material number over here and hit enter, it will automatically take the industry sector and material type it will take. Okay, now just hit enter. Now it will show you the views. Okay, Now, if you want to select the views, you can select the different kind of view. Let's say we have created it for the basic data one, we have created it for the purchasing, we have created it for, let's say, general plan data one, we have created it for accounting one. Let's say you want to create it for MRP one, or let's say you want to create it for basic data two. So you can select that user department. Okay, that department you can select, and you can click on the organizational label. Okay, now for the organizational label also it is the same. Let's say you want to create it for a different plant. Now let's say we have created for IT10 and 0001. We have created it for IT10 and 0001 plant and storage location. Now let's say we need to create it for this plant. These combination we want to create, just click on OK. See, it is showing the material already existed, the material already exists and will be extended. Okay, so here if you go to, let's say, basic data one, so here let's say if you want to go to the basic data one. Okay, so now it is not created. Uh, so we have already created the basic data one, and from here you cannot navigate to there, and you cannot change something in the MM01. Okay, able to understand this? Able to understand,
Sir,
or hmm,
hello.
yes,
Sir, which transaction code you are using for extend the material? MM02?
01 only. You can see here MM01, not MM02. We
Okay.
have not yet gone to the MM02. We are only in the MM01 itself. Okay. So MM01
Okay.
is used to create a material. If you are going to create a material, you can create it in MM01. Now, if you want to extend the views to other department, or you want to extend the material to other plants and storage location, you can use the MM01 T code. Okay, so now let's say I will go to slash and MM01, and I will enter this material number, hit enter. Now I will go to basic data one. I will select the same views. Okay, whatever views I have taken, I will take the same views. That four department we have taken, I will take the same views. Okay. Now what I need to, if I go to the organizational level, here let's say I will put IT10. Okay. I'll put IT10. And let's say if I am putting here T001, sorry, this story location was 0001. If I enter this one, it is saying material already maintained for this transaction or event. Okay. So now if I take 0002 and enter, it is not there. Let's see. So for IT10, you can see these are the storage locations are there for IT10 101A, 101B, 101C. These are the storage location. So now if you want to select, you can select this one. Okay, you can choose this one. So now if you want to see, okay, now if you want to see this material is created for which plant and which storage location, there will be a X mark will be there. So for IT10 and 0001, this material has been created. So it will be showing X before the plant and storage location combination. Now let's say I'll choose, it is taking 101A. Now I'll click on OK. Now you can see the material already exists and will be extended. Now if you just click on enter, it will ask you to save this. Okay, now you can see the material has been created. Okay, this is how you can extend the material or you can create the material for other user department or other plants. Okay, now next thing, if you want to change something, okay, how you can change? Now you can go to the MM02 transaction. Okay, now let's say in the MM02 transaction, I will be going to the basic data one. Okay, or let's say, okay, so in the MM02, let's say I'll be going to this basic data 2. Okay, I'll be going to basic data 2. I'll be going to this one. Okay, it is not selecting the plants and different combination. Now, if I click on OK, you can see, okay, it's allowing. Okay, so I believe we have selected this on the MM01. That's why it is allowing us. But what will happen? So let's say you have not created this user department. Now you want to maintain this user department view in MM02. Normally it will not allow you to create. Okay, just hold on a second. I'll come. Okay, so normally it should not allow, like if you don't have created this accounting view too, or you have not created this other views, the department which you have not created, if you want to maintain those kind of data, and if you are going to MM02, normally it should not allow you to maintain the data. Okay, it will show you the that this user department has not maintained. Okay, so now first you have to go to MM01, you have to maintain this you have to maintain this user department, then only you will be able to change any kind of data you want to change. Now in MM02, let's say you want to change some existing data. Okay, now let's say we will go to /n MM02. Okay, so this material we will select as, let's say, basic data one, let's say purchasing, and let's say accounting one, general data and storage one. So we will select this one, and now we will be going to, let's say, IT10. This we have created. Now we will go to here. You can see there are two plants, and there are two storage locations have been maintained. So we can select this one. Okay, now let's say I want to change the base unit of measure from kg to let's say gram or anything I want to change. Okay, so now there are certain criteria to change the base unit of measure. Okay, so right now we will not look into the base unit of measure. Let's say you want to change the material group now. Okay, so you can change the material group, or let's say you want to change the let's say over here, let's say you want to change the purchasing value key, or let's say you want to change the GR processing time. Let's say I will change the GR processing time from 2 days to 3 days. Okay, now you can be able to do this one. Okay, now let's say if you want to change something here, let's say storage bin, temperature, condition you want to change, you can change those data. Okay, now let's say price, you will not be able to change the price over here. There is a different functionality is there, how you can change the material price. Okay, so price you will be not able to change in the MM02 T code. Okay, now let's save this one. Okay, now the material has been changed. Okay, now this is how you can change the material master data. Now there are a couple of things are there for uh, let's say for base unit of measure changing. Okay, let's say if you want to change the base unit of measure, there are certain criterias are there. Right now if I change the base unit of measure, it will allow me to change the base unit of measure. Now let's say after some time, let's say I have created a purchase order with this material, or I have received some of the stocks with this material, I have some stocks for this material. In those cases I will not be able to change the material master. Base unit of measure I will not be able to change. Okay, now if I need to change this one, I should not have any open let's say transaction, let's say open purchase order or open goods receipt or open production order or any open transactions I should not have. And also I should not have any open let's say stocks. Okay, then only I'll be able to change the base unit of measure. Okay, let's say there is a base unit of measure of kg is there, and you are having some stocks in the warehouse or in the storage location. Now if you want to change the base unit of measure, you will not be able to change it, because you are already having in your warehouse some product in that let's say base unit of measure or that measuring unit. Okay, so now if you are changing the measuring unit, then it will be very confusing for the system to identify the material in which measurement unit they can identify it. Okay, so that's why there should not be any material stocks will be there. There will be no open transactions will be there. Then only you will be not able, you will be able to change the base unit of measure. So let's say I'll go here right now. Let's say I will be going to only basic data one, organizational label. So if I go here, let's say I will be changing this to, let's say kg2. Uh, let's say I'll be taking here. Let's say grams I will be taking. Okay. So we are taking the gram. So it is showing us a warning that you are changing the base unit of measure from kg to gram. Now if I save it, it will allow me to save. Okay. Now it is allowing me to save. Now let's say, I'll be doing some goods receipt. Okay. So let's say I'll be taking this material. I'll be taking 10 quantity. I'll be taking plant as IT 10. I'll be taking the storage location as 0001. Okay, let's say partner. Let's see if it is mandatory. Okay, so date and current period is fine. So where is the issue? Hmm. Okay, so we'll see it later. Right now there will be not enough time to understand this one. So okay, so we'll see that in a later class while we configure all the things. Then we can see if it is allowing us to change the unit of measure or not. So base unit of measure or not. Okay, there is one more thing for the material master. So to change the material type. Okay, so we are creating a material master. So here we are having a material type, let's say ROH. Okay, now in some of the later period, let's say your business is saying, no, we don't want it as a raw material. So let's understand this situation. Let's say you are using this product as a semi-finished material. So after some days, let's say your business or your customer is saying that I need it as a raw material or I need it as a finished material, so please change the material type. Okay, now in that case what will happen? So material type you can change. There are certain criteria that we have discussed for the unit of measure, base unit of measure we have seen. So that is also same for the material type. So first thing, there should not be any material stock should be there. There should not be any open purchase orders will be there. There should not be any open, let's say, purchase requisition, production order, or let's say any kind of goods receipt or any document should not be there, and there will be no stock should be there. If there is nothing will be there, you can change the material master material type. So how you can change the material type? Either you can go to the menu path. From here you can go to logistics, material management. From here you can go to material master. You can go to material. Here you can go to change material type. The T code is MMAM. Okay, you can go here and you can change the material type. So new material type you can put, let's say I'll put HALB. Okay, and enter. It will take the old material type. Now if I execute, it is saying you are changing material type from raw material to semi-finished, just a warning message. Now it is allowing, this is the valuation class. Okay, and this is the, let's say if there is any kind of sales order stock or any kind of project stock is there, so you can change the valuation classes. Okay, now uh, you just have to check if the valuation class is correct, or you want to change the valuation class, then you can change it and click on OK. It will change the material type. Okay, now it is allowing. Let's say we will check this for any other material. Okay, for the material, for which material the stock is there. Okay, so we will go here and we will go for MART. Okay, now, okay, so let's say we will be taking this material. If I take this material and I'll be entering here, what is the material type? Okay, let's say I want to change this material to uh, any kind of material. Let's say I'll take this as a finished product. Okay, so the old material type was the ROH material. Now I am taking this FERT material type. Now if I hit enter, if I execute this one, now you can see there are some information are coming. The material type cannot be changed. The reason are these for are valuated stocks are there. Okay, valuated stocks exist. See the valuation area. However, account determination for two material types differ. Different account category reference or no valuation data has been maintained valuation for this valuation area. Now here also you can see purchase order is also existing. Two material types have their different quantity or value updating or a different account category reference. Now you can see this is the purchase number which is existing for this material. Now for this reason it is not allowing to change the material type. Okay, this can be a crucial question. This can be asked in the let's say in the interview. It can be asked, if I want to change a material type, what are the prerequisite or what are the criteria is there. Okay, let's say you also can explain this as a real time issue also. Okay, in some point of time, let's say our business wanted to change the material type, so they will be asking why you want to change the material type. You can say it was a chemical factory, there was a requirement of changing the material type. Okay, so as per your feasibility you can tell. Okay, as per our business requirement they wanted to change a material type from, let's say, semi finished material to finished material, or let's say they want to change from semi finished material to raw material due to their accounting activity or any kind of reason you can tell. Okay, as per, let's say, it should be sound as a logical, and it should be means, and it should be a valid reason. Okay, it should be there. So those kind of things we'll discuss in some other classes, some the real time classes or project classes we'll be discussing how you can explain. So basically, let's say this will be a crucial question. Just need to understand, just need to remember, there are some fields are there which you cannot change. If there will be material stock will be there, or there will be any kind of open transactions are there. What are those fields are there? First thing, base unit of measure we have seen. Second thing we have seen, that is a material type. Third thing is a batch management. If you have already have a batch management active or inactive, if and if your material is existing in your warehouse, you will not be able to change. Next one is valuation class. So valuation class is the same. So let's say if the material stock is there, you will be not able to change the valuation classes. Okay, so these are the kind of four things which you will be not able to change. If there is any kind of stocks will be there, if there is any kind of open transactions are there. Able to understand this? Able to understand, everyone? Or any kind of doubts or anything? Any questions?
So while creating a material, we are facing that the posting period issues are there. How to change that posting period?
You are getting the posting period issue for material creation.
Yes.
Okay, so basically here you can go to okay, what was the thing called? So you have initialized your company code. Have you initialized your company code? Like here we have seen, where is that? Logistics general. Here material master. Here we are having the basic settings. Here we have seen the maintain company codes. So here you have set it up, right? For your company code, let's say IT CP. Here you have maintained it, right? This, have you maintained this one?
No, sir. I have taken these information from XC16 and table and created my own material.
Yeah, it's fine. But have you created the company code, like you have activated your company code for the posting period? This is the first selection that,
No, sir.
yeah, you have to do it. That is why I have mentioned you those kind of things. Okay, so whatever things I have mentioned you, that is a prerequisite. You have to enter those kind, you have to initialize that kind of thing. Okay, unless you are initialized for your company code, you will not be able to create the material master for that one. This is for the first thing. Let's say if the month is changing, now we are in the fourth month, let's say we are going to the next